We're moving on to day 13 of the solo house flipping project, and today we're going to be doing some drywall in the basement. And that's right, my right hand man Django is back on the job and he is excited. First stop, Home Depot, and nope, that is not fog, that is the Canadian wildfire smoke. So let's get this loaded up and back to the job site. I left this place a mess last night, so first thing I'm going to do is get it cleaned up because it helps me think clearer when I don't have a messy environment, and it'll also be easier for getting this drywall down here. And I bought about twice as much drywall as I did yesterday, so I'm going to get my workout in early again. I like to buy 10 to 20 sheets of drywall per day because that's about all I can handle carrying down in the basement, and realistically that's as much as I can hang to. And today is going to be hydration day. Jang was all about it and I need to be on it too. And he is ready to go, but first things first, he's got to get that morning nap in. Before I start closing up these walls, I need to get this wire ran for the outlet for the macerating toilet. I'm not really sure where it's going to go yet, so I'm just going to run that wire over there and leave it loose. I like to start on these big open sections because you can see a lot of progress in a short period of time, and it's just a great way to start the day. Making my way around the corner to where the bathroom door is. Once again, these small areas are tedious and time consuming. There's a lot of measurements and cuts, but you just got to stick with it and bear with it. Moving on to that wall going into the bedroom and that fake fireplace I'm going to be putting in, I'm actually going to be putting some kind of shiplap paneling on that fireplace, so I do not need to put drywall on there. Next up is the bedroom. I need to put in some blocking around this existing gas line and also around the exterior walls for drywall nailers, so I have somewhere to screw my new drywall to. I'm going to get this room cleaned up quick so I have some more room to operate and work. When drywalling, you typically start with the ceiling first, and this is definitely better served as a two-person job, but I've been able to handle it by myself. You can see I'm putting on some 2x4 cleats onto the walls to help hold up that panel while I temporarily hold it up with my head and screw it. As I mentioned in a previous video, I do actually own a drywall lift, but I have it stored at one of my rentals that I own. And to go and get it, it would be about a 2-hour round trip. So instead of doing the smart thing, I'm going to bear through it and do it on my own. Unfortunately, this gas line is hanging down into the bedroom, so I will have to do some kind of box out around it. I did entertain the idea of moving it, but I turned off the gas and couldn't quite figure it out. That led to this hot water heater getting turned off, and when I tried to light it again, I wasn't able to get it turned on until I realized that there was this reset switch, this black button right here. Now that the ceiling's done in this room, we are going to be moving on to the walls, and as I mentioned previously, I like to put my drywall vertical. That way I have two tapered seams next to each other that are just easier to mud and tape, and also handling the drywall vertical is just easier as a one-man show. When drywalling, I would definitely recommend to have a lot of sharp utility blades on hand. It's just a lot easier for cutting and safer, and I go through many of them throughout the day. You can finally start seeing this room together with some of the drywall being installed. And this macerating toilet has been delivered. It's actually got delivered a couple days early, which I can't complain about. So I want to get it unpacked. First off, to check it to make sure nothing's cracked or broken, and then just kind of get a general sense of what needs to be done with it and check out those instructions. So looking at this, here's that extension tube that goes to the back of the toilet, and there's this bag full of fittings, and then there's going to be another bag with some metal bands that connects everything together, and the installation instructions, which weren't that handy or informative, but oh well. And then here is that macerating unit, where the waste goes inside there and then gets ground up and shot up. So I'm excited to get that installed. Last thing I'm going to do today is get some of these metal corner beads on these outside corners. I just prefer to use the metal ones. I feel like it makes a better corner, and that's just what I've always used. Now it's spa day for Django. He gets his daily wet paper towel bath, which he very much enjoys, and we are going home. So that's going to be a wrap for day 13. I'm excited for how this place is coming together, and I'm looking forward to the progress ahead.